Yeah, what's up? This your nigga Rick Rock, aka the Northern Cali King of Slaps, aka Senior L Blaps Bastardly. And I'm here in the Rapshack, man, and I want to say, yay!
Get started, man. I mean, I told them, you know what I mean, I'm a huge fan. You brought out to me as a 30-year-old, you know what I mean, one of my favorite artists was Fab, you know what I mean? So I heard you from then, being a Hyphy. I grew up on you, so it's a big interview for me, just personally, with some selfish shit.
For sure.
With that being said, it's kind of like, I don't even know where to start, because I told them it could be a 5-hour interview if I wanted to. The legend of you know what I mean? First off, let's just start off with the project, you know what I mean, the new project, we were slapping that, talk about that, some of the features, and you rapping, you know what I mean?
Alright, it's called Rick Rock Beats, the album. You feel me? It's got Maserati Ricky on here from out here. You know what I'm saying? I got my nigga Vladtv on here. I got 2 songs with Sloop on here. I got my Federation niggas, got Battle Low, Ishmael the Rebel. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Dodge from Alabama. He slapped, man. Let me see, 1 through 16? Yeah, they slap. Each one, and they all little category. And y'all I want them to check it out. Is that Dimples right now? Y'all go up with your nigga. Right. Yeah.
We got it online. We got it on iTunes.
Yeah, you know, old school.
Yeah.
It ain't real.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir. What's one of the favorite or recommended tracks that you know what I mean?
Man, Racks, that's one with Vladtv, Goldie Gold, and Maserati Ricky, that's slap. FedEx slap, Northern Cali King of Slaps. Wake Up is more conscious talking, but it's still slap, it's more hip hop. And I like it's like, you know, it's just piano and, you know, some drums and just kind of getting in and having some introspect and you know, and kind of not recollecting, but reminiscing on my life, just kind of piecing it together, kind of talking about something, man. So I like that one, but, you know, they slap back to back, keep it 100,
What made you come back to the Hyphy type of vibe, man? You know,
nah, that's just where I was at, man. You know how it goes. It's like, man, what was this, the 10,566 beat I did and shit. So it's like, you know, it's just like wherever the waves are at and what I'm feeling. You know, my last project, Rocket, it was more musical, I think. I was trying to find myself. Lyrically, I stepped it up on this one. It's not as many features, but it's more focused in. And I think the next one will even be better. I just never, you know, did my artist thing like this, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I feel like you was talking a lot of shit in it. You was talking your shit.
Yeah, Mando. That's Mando.
Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna ask as far as rapping wise, who are like, you know, some of your influences rapping, you know what I mean?
Great. You know, Busta Rhymes, Karis Ones, you know, from way back in them eras, Too Short, you know, I Love You 40, you know, the Sebos, and you know, just the gambit, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite groups is Gangstar from the East Coast. That was my, and I actually got signed to the same label as Guru, which was crazy. Cause I, like, years earlier in Atlanta, when I lived in Alabama, I tried to give them my demo tape and shit. So it was just like this crazy kind of weird thing. When you start fulfilling your, you know what I'm saying? Things start coming to fruition. Things become true, you know what I'm saying? Shit's crazy.
Was it always like, I mean, because you're a legendary producer. I mean, that's what most motherfuckers know you for. So, like, you know what I mean? The transition, was it an easy transition?
Yeah, it's seamless, because that's the most ironic shit to me when people call me a legend and shit. Because it's just the next day. You know what I'm saying? It's a series of next days. One day I started trying to fuck around. That was years ago in Alabama or something. And then it was the next day. Then I did something that day. And then the next day, it's just a series of next days. And they just connect, and you look back, it's like 15 years later or something. Nobody was calling you a legend or giving you your props all the way until now. They say, I call you a legend out the blue. So it shocks you. You're like, what? Man, I'm still swimming out here, because we sharks, like producer. I mean, if it's in you, in you, not on you. You know what I'm saying? So if you go home and take your shit off, you know, fuck this shit. I can't do it. You know, it's in me. So if you're like that, then you in it for the long, long haul. And it's like, I don't know, it's just amazing to me. The series of events that, you know, happen to get you here. So it is a seamless transition. I often say to young producers how you don't really know, or try to, when you're on your journey ascending, try to be conscious of the time when you became professional. It's just, you don't really realize it. You're just kind of fucking around, and then the next thing you know, maybe you get, something happens, and then it just kind of steps and steps and steps, and then you like, get a deal, a publishing deal, you get such and such, and then you like on your way and shit. Yeah. And you really didn't do much different. You just kind of found yourself and homed in. It was always real persistent. Really been at this shit like every day.
Yeah. Never really stopped. It just kind of. Do you think like you know, just is it a time thing, like the generational type of thing, or?
As to what?
Is to like, you know, like where you probably would feel like that, to where it's like you might not see it as much as somebody else would see it. Like I said, you know what I mean?
I don't know. You're in it, man. You're playing. You're like, you tired. You playing. You know what I'm saying? You working out. You're in shape, and you know, you just like at it, bro. And you're in a bubble because you don't have a regular job. You're not, you're really doing this shit, and like time goes. And to you, a month is like a week. 2 to 5 months is like a month. A year to me is like, it's just crazy like that. I don't know. I love what I be doing though. So to a fault, I think. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a purist. I like people that paint a picture, in their mind and bring it into the physical world where we can see it. You know what I'm saying? But it's theirs, not mine. Yeah. I put a lot of my pictures out there in the world, so I can tell when you're taking my pictures and shit. That's my picture. That's me right there, man. Where's your nigga at? Like, your music should form a person that walks around in the physical world that niggas can see. Like, hey, that's my nigga right there. That's how they love you. Because your music turned into a physical walking thing, and they like, that's my nigga right there. Where my nigga shit come on? My nigga got some slaps on here. But you just have to get their trust. You have to build room in their space in their brain for you. For them to feel comfortable with you sitting there for years. Like, that's my nigga. So you have to win them over, and it's consistency.
Do you like being called a legend? I know you said it's kind of like an ironic thing. Does it disrespect or?
I don't know. It's the craziest shit. It's dope. Because I never asked the creator for money. I always asked to fulfill my dream. My dream was to make it. Or, you know what I'm saying, to do this shit. Like, be great. And have people be like, oh man, that's Rick Rock shit. Or, like I did with Dr. Dre or any of them niggas, Premier or RZA, them niggas I was liking, or Organized Noise. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, the motherfuckers is hard. And, they great. I always wanted to be that. You know what I'm saying? So I just always felt you gotta be original. Cause when I came up, biting was real bad. That was like the Antichrist, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like commonplace, It's like if it don't sound like this other thing, you like, what's wrong with you? Your shit don't sound like, and that's cotton candy to me instead of nourishable food for the spirit, for people's spirit, you know what I'm saying? As far as just regurgitating and redoing shit. I don't know if I'm going all over the place, but I think I'm trying to say I don't mind being called a legend. I think it's cool. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes it's like, man, it's like OG, nigga. Like, you OG, nigga. I like what you're doing, man. Just chill, let me do my thing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that a little bit, but at the same time, most people mean it like, man, especially how they say it in their tone. Maybe I could tell. It's like, bro, I came up on you, my nigga. And I have to realize, my nigga, it's been some years. 95, I did pop. You know what I'm saying? That was 95. Mac Mall, when I first got out here, 95, and it just was like step after step after step. It's just a long I'm saying? So it's like, but it goes fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It goes fast, but right here sitting trying to recall memories, it's just like, damn, so much good memories, so much dreams being realized for me, like so many surreal moments, like, oh, nigga, I can't believe this shit. This Jay-Z right here, nigga.
Right.
Like, nigga, this Dr. Dre right here, nigga, like, you know, like this Pop right here, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this Busta, this Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying? Then you start breaking new artists like Fabulous and shit like that. Then you know, at some point you gotta respect something. I respect the creator, man. It's like, man, I mean, I know I'm on my job. God go hard, so shall I. You know what I'm saying? But I know there's some shit being put in place, my nigga. Like, oh no, watch out, my nigga. Okay. The creator just like been looking out, my nigga. It's crazy on everything. Are y'all editing this shit?
Yeah, we're gonna edit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry, you can edit, you know, whatever you want, you know. But I'm gonna let you go. I'll let him go. But you know, if I feel like
rail that shit,
yeah, I'm gonna will you.
Do that professional shit, cause I just get to going, cause it feels good to me, and as hip hop, as people like y'all still keeping the shit going, like man, they can love the culture, like putting your mark in the game is just like, it's just a blessing, man. We're still trying to be around, kick his feet,
Yes, sir.
and, you know, keep it hip hop.
So 30, my favorite rapper is Fabulous. So when I heard the album, I kind of wanted me as selfish.
Yeah.
Did you expect him to be what he is?
I ain't gonna lie, cause when I did the song, I Can't Deny It. I did it for Busta Rhymes, right? So I had did like, baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you, and make it clap, right? And so I was trying to keep pushing. I think I did another one too, so I was like, man, I sent that shit to that nigga, and he sham-bammed on it. You know, I ain't gonna lie, he kind of sham-bammed on it, waited a minute. And I was in L.A. No, I just sent it, yeah, I was in L.A. and Duro was the engineer. He mixed all this shit, but him and Clue was the owner of the label that Fabulous was on, Desert Storm. Yeah. So I was cool with them because Duro mixed a lot of the records I did for Jay-Z, all them, and Beanie Siegels, I Can't Do Much, like a lot of them records he mixed and shit. So when he got his artists, we was mixing something in LA and I just played him some tracks and shit. And then he was like, he fucked with it, right? He's like, he picked that one and he picked another one, Cream 2000, which was on one of his albums with Raekwon and Ghostface on. But anyway, he picked that one, right? So I was like, okay, whatever. So then the nigga sent me the shit, and it didn't have Nate Dogg on it yet, right? It just had just his raps, and he was real calm. You know what I'm saying? My nigga was calm, but he was busting, though. So my nigga was busting. He kind of sounded different. I don't know, though. Man, cause I was picturing, you know, and then I got that hook on there or whatever. I was like, okay, but I don't think nobody's seen it like he's seen it. You know what I'm saying? And that happens when it's kind of new, you know. But I was just glad to be a part of this shit. Once it started, like the glue started when Nate Dogg put like the glue on that motherfucker. Then it was like East West, like, and then it was like, okay. Yeah, this is cool. Then I started hearing people biting that style. I got them plugs like the bloop, 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 bloop. Start hearing niggas starting to bite that shit or whatever. But that's what
the biggest song to you that you did?
Man, I don't know. Probably I Know What You Want or Busta Rhymes, Mariah Carey. I think that one is the biggest one.
The biggest one, yeah.
I think.
Yes, sir. Favorite song you produced is that or?
Nah, yeah, it's too many, my nigga. And it ain't nothing that's big. I did like the Mace, Breeze, Stretch, Shake beat, like when I did it, like the sonicness of it. I like some early RBL shit I did. Shout out to RBL, them niggas gave me a check, like 7 checks. You know what I'm saying, on that album. I think I did 7 songs and Spice One. There's some shit on that one Spice One Immortalized album. I got to work with what's my nigga passed away, Roger Troutman, and he taught me some shit about production and keeping my masters until they paid me. He took all his shit with his vocals. I'm like, that was in the 90s. Like, how the fuck you take your vocals, nigga?
Right.
You never put them. You just did it in your box, nigga. Like, it was crazy. That song, I don't think God is doing it. I love that beat too. It's mob, it's slap, it's west. It's like, sloppy, just quantizing, just hitting them pockets and shit. It's too many to name. I like Change the Game. I like the Death shit. I like, man, it's hella 40 songs, man. 60, 70 songs, and I like a lot of them. I like some of that Turf Talk shit. He got some slaps on that West Coast Vaccine I did. Yeah. What's the word? Whatever that song is on that album I did for Turf, I love that beat too. It's too mean, man. They like my little kids, man. It's like hella kids, like hella little ghetto ass kids like that. All around the world, that shit. They're just out there, and I love them all. You know what I'm saying? Some doing better, out there doing good things in the world. And some of them, you know, they got, you know, they ain't doing as good, but I still love them all. You know, it's kind of like that. You know? It makes sense. You know, and it got memories attached to them. Like, say, Change the Game. I have Jay-Z like, that nigga like, he called Big John like, nigga, I'm gonna make your nigga a star, you know, shit like that. Or me going in there with one beat and then he don't like it, and I just have to make a beat on the spot, you know what I'm saying? And he love it, and then, you know, them memories and him telling me, you know, those type of things are what it's about. It's the journey, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm saying that to say that's why I don't really have a favorite. Some of them have memories, and some are just my babies.
Favorite memory over the time?
I like when I went to do Busta Rhymes, Make It Clap, and I Know What You Want, or Mariah Carey, or whatever.
You did Make It Clap?
Yeah, swear. Right here in Sacramento. What? What do you mean? I made everything right here. So I went out there, and I needed to meet Busta later on that night or whatever, but I was at Def Jam meeting with Tata, because he was over at Def Jam, and Jay-Z was on Def Jam at the time that he got there or whatever. So I think I was trying to shop Dooney Baby or something, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe a Federation before we was on or whatever. And I'm coming out the motherfucking Def Jam. It's in New York, right? I'm coming out of Def Jam and shit. And a car, like a Benz Jeep pulls up. It's like, it's a Rick Rock. I'm like, what the fuck calling me, right? I'm like, what the fuck? What's up, man? What's up, Rick Rock? Looking sick, right? And it's Keith Murray, right? I'm like, oh, hell no. He's like, nigga, come on, nigga. Now, I don't know Keith Murray. Right. You feel me? I never met Keith Murray a day in my life to that point. You know what I'm saying? I think I did do a song with him and Eric Sermon though, but I didn't meet him. Yeah. But he was on the song anyway, so I jumped in a car with him. Like, what's up? Fuck it, nigga. I jumped in the car with him. I got chains and shit on. Whatever. I used to wear chains and shit when I was a youngster. So we slide off. I'm going to meet Busta though. All this is in my mind. So he slide off and he just sliding through everywhere, right? So we end up in Harlem somewhere. I don't know where we are though. So we like in his hood. He done took me to the hood somewhere, right? So then I was like, okay. So he jump out. We at a barbershop. He get his hair cut. You know what I'm saying? He getting his hair cut. No, first before we get his hair cut, we just sliding around Harlem. So I'm like, okay, so I'm like, fuck it, nigga. I slide off, buy a t-shirt from nigga. He got t-shirts in the little thing. So bam, grab me a t-shirt, buy a t-poop, throw it on. It's like, fuck it, then we slid to the little store right there, went over there, bought me a little jacket, put my jacket on, whatever. But I got chains on. Right. And you know it's got the hood lights, the little, they not white, they like gold lights. That's when you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm like, fuck it, nigga, you know, so I'm sliding through. So I make a conscious decision. I'm with Keith Murray. So there ain't no way I could tuck my chains or no type of shit like that. I mean, it's just not cracking, but I'm talking about, I don't know what he was like, let me take this nigga. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Then I started thinking, what if this nigga just left? Right? I was like, where the fuck am I? I'm like, hella far, right? I'm like, where the fuck I'm at? Right? And I was like, but nigga, fuck that, nigga. So I get into the shop, he's starting to cut his hair, and he take his little jacket off and shit, and he got all his chains tucked or whatever, right? And he take his little chains and shit, and I was just thinking, this nigga had, I don't know, man. I don't know. And the nigga, I was just like, okay, right. I don't know. So then the nigga took me all the way back to the studio to fuck with Busta Rhymes and shit. And I don't know, man. I don't know. That was just the craziest shit to me because I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I don't know. To me, I think the reveal was like, why? I was like, I should have been tucking my shit wherever the fuck we was at. But a pride, like a youngster pride, was like, nigga, whoever, I don't know where I'm at. First of all, right. Or whoever, you know. Anyway, right.
I get you. I get you.
That was such a hip hop story.
That shit was so wild. Then when I get to the lab, Busta Rhymes and Rod Digger capping on each other and shit, talking about how he got his pants, always wear his pants tight. Say, nigga, just cause I come up with good home bringing, and they roasting each other, and then we ended up doing a dope ass record. So I don't know that whole night. Then Busta Rhymes was like, I was like, I don't know, man. I seen this nigga. I was telling this nigga, I was debriefing him, right? I was like, yeah, I seen this nigga. Telling the whole story, right? He said, nigga, you know where you was at? Right. I was like, nah. He said, nigga, you was in the motherfucking dirty fucking shit. I was like, I knew I was somewhere, nigga. The simplest nigga, I bought t-shirts out the shopping cart, nigga. Right. I already knew. You know, I'm just finna take the L, so somebody finna catch, they finna, man, whoever I got that shit, nigga, it was gonna be that. They knew they gonna catch an altercation with my shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I had just said, fuck it, this is what it was gonna be. It was just funny to me that he had ended up tucking me. Right. But anyway.
While you was also like, man, you're right.
Youngster shit. All the youngsters out there, that pride. The same shit that's gonna take you is gonna, you know, be careful.
Have you ever got into a bad situation over some shit like that?
It's not over no music. It was just over regular shit.
Of course, yeah. It's all good. How'd you feel about Vlad saying he was the top one? That's a big platform, and then you know, like I seen you posted and shit. I was like, I wonder. I know he probably took that in, like, shut up. But and he was saying like you don't get to mention, you know, a lot. I mean, I feel like it's just timing because most of the niggas that's our age and shit a little young, you know, they all know the fuck you is, but they don't mention you a lot when it comes to, you know, West Coast, especially when they say the Dre's and, you know what I mean? They don't say that, so why, you know what I mean? First off, the Vlad, was you know, how do you feel about that? And
I felt that was dope. I thought that was clean. He said that shit to me before, that he thought I was dope or whatever. I just thought it was cool because, you know, I didn't expect it. He don't got to say shit. It just came out the blue. You know what I'm saying? And he does have a platform for people to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And I know just for us out here, that we, like, it's dope for us to hear it. Like, you know, just on this side of the coast, especially NorCal, especially from where I'm from in the 70s. So it's like, yeah, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That nigga go hard. And I think what it was is humbleness. Especially in the beginning, you can't be they wasn't cool to put your name on shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't go to Jay-Z give me a shot saying, I think I'm putting Rick Rock beats on the front of that. I just walked humbly through this shit, like, just I can't believe I'm doing this shit. And then, so I think that has a lot to do with it. You know, a lot of people know my records, but they don't know, or they'll be like, oh, you did that? Right. Oh, you did that shit? Or something like that. And I'll be like, yeah. But I also think that it's dope. It enables me to try to tell them now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gives me a little breath right now. I do all that work and you don't know. Right. So now you don't know me? Okay, I'm fresh then. I come out and tell you about it. You know, I'm fresh, but I'm not. I got history. And it's a good chance you groove to some of my music, some type of way. Cut your hair to my shit, cut your line. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the bitch, you know what I'm saying? So chopped up. Whatever you do in life, you probably did something to it. Some memory is connected, high school, college, whatever, to something, you know. And to me, that's like that blessing part of it. So I think it's dope. It's a double-edged sword. You know, I didn't get all that credit, but I was still able to do it. Yeah. And so that was dope. I could do it how I wanted it. I wanted to do it based on the music. If it's great, it should be there. If it's not, it shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people think, even though they shit ain't great, it should be there. I just thought my music would stand for itself if it's supposed to. Yeah. It'll walk out here and move around. And, hey, my nigga, you hear me? And niggas be like, yeah, fuck with you. They'll like it. And that's what happened, you know what I'm saying? So I can't ask for nothing else, my nigga. Like, you saying shit, the shit you saying is dope. That's what I always wanted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I kind of been like, you know, talking to different artists, you know, like Fab and shit like that. And then, like, I would ask them, being, you know, I'm from Sac strictly, so I kind of only knew, like, I guess, a perspective of the Hyphy movement. I never really knew. I just kind of had I bunched it all. The Bay niggas coming out here turning it up, right? So when I asked Fab, like, I asked him, I was like, you know, what happened to the Hyphy movement from your perspective? He kind of was like, that it was just like a ploy for you know, for y'all. I would imagine, kind of when I'm piecing stories together, I'm kind of seeing that the Federation and y'all niggas kind of turned the Hyphy movement to like a bigger, I felt like that, like watching it. Like I remember 18 Dummy video, we was going crazy, but so like, you know, and then even Keek just said that on the interview to where he kind of was like, on the Vladtv interview, I don't know if you caught that part, but he said something about like, they asked about the Hyphy movement, and then he kind of alluded to, like, I felt like the Federation. Do you feel like that? Like that, he was kind of saying like,
You feel like that?
I don't know. I want to show you after, but I'm only gonna, you know, if you ain't seen it.
Paraphrase.
But I feel like he want to say, like, I felt like they trying to make it seem like the Federation and probably you, because you presented them, I thought, but kind of came out and took the Hyphy movement from what it really, from what they say it kind of was. That's kind of how he said it, and you know, he made it seem almost. I don't even want to speak on it because I can't. I don't want you to like say nothing but I felt like that. I don't know if you know about that or you heard this type of vibe or anything.
I heard that he said he was upset as a point with the Federation or something.
Yeah, it was something about the I pieced it together with the Federation because I heard it before, but I was just like, why was so that's why they were kind of. We never really seen too much other than 40 in Federation. Yeah. And, you know, other than, you know.
Well, no, I don't think that, because Keek was on the Hyphy.
You're right. But.
40, Goldie was in, what's that Hyphy, the video he had for Hyphy, I don't think they know that's my word.
Right.
Goldie's in the video. There was a lot of shit going down, under, you know, behind the scenes back then. You know what I'm saying? I really love that he said that. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's in a good space where he's pure and he's just, nigga, fuck it, I'm just telling the truth. And if that's how he felt, he was mad, or they felt like we wasn't representing it. The people who represented, first of all, it's edged in stone, it's over, we did it, right? So the people who did it, did it. We were the ones that would do, one of the ones that was doing it. We had the song. I know how he started the word. You know what I'm saying? So he'll probably be upset like, oh, them niggas, you took the shit. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas from Fairfield and Susu. Right. Look, you know what I'm saying? And I'd imagine Oakland niggas probably feel the same way, but we didn't take his shit. I just think that it was. First of all, I think it's dope. That's his opinion, and I think it's dope that he said it because. It ain't like I didn't feel it back then, you know what I'm saying? I'm the same guy, perceptive, I understand, you know, I'm like, man, he hot, or, you know what I'm saying? But it was all pure, we was just all youngsters, we was just all competitive, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's dope. I'm glad he said that shit. Yeah. You get that shit out there. Yeah. You know, it's probably a lot more motherfuckers that was hot. Yeah. But if you listen to that first Federation album, there's nothing on there that sounds like nothing you motherfuckers was doing. No, none of you. I just listened to it again, like one song, and I was like, the fuck? I kind of got the goosebumps. So some of my niggas was coming in, take this shot, nigga, take. Like these vocals was like all coming out of everywhere and shit, and then the music was dun 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 dun. That what is it on the first song on the first album? They got Eldorado Red, got all my niggas on there and shit, and I was just feeling away, and I was like, damn. It was before its time. It was mixed cool. It was Bay Area, but it wasn't typical.
Yeah.
We was trying. My whole thing was trying to put some paint where it wasn't. Where the paint ain't? There's paint everywhere around this motherfucker. Oh, there's a spot. Let's put some paint right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we was doing. So can't nobody say we was biting.
Right. And none of the songs really sound hyphy except for the Hyphy 18 Dummy or whatever. Nothing really sounded hyphy to me. It was in the movement to me, like being a sack dude and just seeing the respect. It was just like a.
Plus, I was out here, so I had all the young Zillas was like the young, you know, Maserati. Them niggas was in high school. You know what I'm saying? And then it started making movements. I started getting red T-shirts, Federation T-shirts, blue ones. And then it started spreading. And a big hit Boots was playing on the radio, and so it was a sack movement involved as well.
Right.
That was an undercurrent element in this shit. And then we was Bay niggas mixed in. We was Bay niggas too. So and we had some South niggas in there. Dooney Baby from Alabama and Eldorado Red is from Alabama and shit. You know, so. It was really Southwest Federation. That's why I called it the label.